Well, now for this video, I'll show you how to use the clip curve brushes. These brushes are very useful because different brushes we could have very accurate angles and polish shapes. For activate a clip curve brush, basically you have to press Ctrl Shift, but instead of use the selection tool, we will use the clip curve brush. In this case, this one that I have here. And we've got the icon on the superior part. Remember, it will appear when we press Ctrl Shift. This same tool, we will ubicate it on the inferior panel. We will just press the skip option for change our tools. When we select this, we will go to the option stroke and change it to the curve tool. This combination of clip curve and this kind of shape or line will help me to create a line, a good line, straight line. Let's see what happened here. When we press Ctrl Shift and generate a line, we could see that at one side of the line we've got a dark blurry part. So that goes out, that line will get flattened to this line. Let me show you. In this case, we've got a geometry on this area. All this geometry, when we've got the line on this direction, we've got it flattened here. If we go to Shift F, we could see the polygons that are flat to the model. This is a very important concept. No, what we are doing here is flatten a surface. We don't cut it, we just flat over the line that we create. We will test that now. Here on another polygroup. There it is. And we will do it again. As you can see here, the geometry gets flat on the line that we create. We could visualize it here on the polygroup. This line we could work it in a different way. For now we work in a straight line, but if we press Ctrl Shift, create a line, and then we press Alt, it will create a curve. If we press again Alt, it will create another curve. We could repeat the process till we get the shape that we want. As you can see here, we've got a flat surface again, but with a curve on it. If we press again Ctrl and Shift and press Alt, somehow we could see that the line will change to a gray color. If we release this darker line, all that it's on the blurry part will keep there, and on the other side will get flat, some kind like invert the brush. Another test here, another. All that is on this part get flattened to this line and on the geometry. This happened because I keep the Alt press when I release the line. Something very important here is that, remember, we flat the geometry. We are not cutting anything on the model. So this is the result that we get. From another point of view, we can't see it, but from here, we could see the flat part. The geometry that we have before on this part, it was in this direction, it goes in this direction, to the line that we create. And what happened is that this section from this point gets flat to this other part. So this tip that we've got finish in this place. And the other probably a part of the edge of this edge moves to in this direction and create this section. That's why we could visualize a flat part when we generate our geometry. This is a concept that I want to understand before, because I've got a lot of troubles with this brush. This kind of geometry that we generate with clip curve is a bad geometry. Be careful with that, because when we use a zero measure on it or something like that, it could generate an error. I show you how to create a straight line and a curved line. We could create a straight line, but in a kind of stereo shape. So, for create a line, we press Ctrl Shift, and for generate the other line, we create Alt for bend it. For create these cuts, we need to do the same. But in this case, we will press Alt twice and very fast. And we've got the flat part. As you can see here, this is a useful tool, very powerful tool for create a polished surface. I recommend to you practice this clip curve tool. We will use it along this curve, and you will use it along your career as a 3D artist. See you then on the next video.